G'day everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Hope everybody is doing well. First of all, thanks to everybody for their comments and messages about the value that the content is bringing to everybody. I really do appreciate all those comments, and I'm really glad that the content that's being produced is helping you out and is practical and is being able to be taken back to your organization and implemented to make your work a little bit easier for you and hopefully save you a lot of time. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my email list yet, go ahead and pop your email address in over at SharePointFocus.com, where every week I'm bringing more value to the community there with some exclusive content and some more videos and things like that. Also, I'm going to be going live every Thursday on LinkedIn and YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to that list because if you want to come on to the show, jump on and have a conversation with me, have a chat about things, then that's where that's going to be available. So make sure you subscribe there. Now, in this episode, what we're going to take a look at is why and how OneDrive for Business is so important to your Microsoft Teams usage. Now, we all know that a Microsoft team is backed by a SharePoint site, and the files that we store and collaborate on in our team are stored in that SharePoint site. But when we're having our one-on-one chats or our group chats that are outside of that team, and we need to share a file with a person or multiple people, that's where OneDrive for Business plays a really important role, because that's where these files are stored. So let's jump in, have a look at this episode, and let's have a look at why OneDrive for Business is so important when we're thinking about our Microsoft Teams usage and rollout. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. G'day everyone, Daniel Anderson here, and in today's episode, what we're going to take a look at is why OneDrive for Business is so important in your Microsoft Teams implementations. Now, we all know that a Microsoft team is backed by a SharePoint site collection in the background. It's where all the files are stored for that particular team. Now, there are obviously times when we're having conversations outside of our team. So it could be a one-on-one with our manager. It could be a subset of users of our department in a little group, that type of scenario. And we need to share files with that person or with that smaller group. Now, where are those files stored? Now, this is where OneDrive for Business plays a really important role. Anything that we share with in a one-on-one chat or in a group chat is stored in your OneDrive for Business. All right. So that's why when we're thinking about Microsoft Teams and rolling that out and its use, then OneDrive for Business does play a really big part in that process. So let's jump in and take a look. Now, on the screen here, you can see that I'm on the Office 365 start page. I'm logged in as Alex, and I'm just going to jump into Teams. All right. So we'll jump into Teams, and we're just going to have first of all, a one-on-one chat with my manager, Megan. All right. So let's jump into chat, and we're going to continue on with a chat that's already been happening between Megan and myself. And let's have a look at sharing a file and uploading a file. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to send a message. Can you please review this file? And we're going to attach it. First of all, we're going to attach a file that's already stored in my OneDrive for Business. Okay. So I'm going to choose a file that we've already got, and let's just choose this business cards doc. All right. We're going to share that in this conversation, in this chat. Okay. So here we go there. We've now shared that with Megan, and I'm just going to drag Megan's Teams interface over here. And you can see here that there's the document that I've shared with Megan. All right. Now, what's interesting here is that let's now jump into Alex's OneDrive for Business. All right. So because that file was already stored in OneDrive for Business, okay, let's jump into Personal, and you can see here. Now, that was a private file, but now you can see that it's shared. All right. And if we go to have a look at Manage Access, we're going to be able to see that Megan has now got edit access to that file. All right, so it's automatically set those permission levels for me. Even though I haven't touched my OneDrive for Business, I've actually just shared that file through a chat in Microsoft Teams. Now, that's if the document's already stored in OneDrive for Business. All right. What about the scenario where we want to upload a document from my computer and then share that into a chat as well? All right. So let's just take a look at how that process works. Let's just type a conversation here. And this time I'm going to choose to upload from my computer. And I'm just going to choose this parts request spreadsheet here. And we're going to upload that and we're going to share that in a conversation. All right. So that's not in my OneDrive for Business. That's just been uploaded from my computer. And I'm going to send that across and share that with Megan. Now, let's take a look at what that, how that works as well. All right. So I'll drag Megan's across. You can see that that's been shared with Megan there in that chat. Now, in Alex's OneDrive for Business, where does that file get stored? All right. So it needs to be uploaded into the OneDrive for Business. So you'll see this folder here that's called Microsoft Teams chat files. That's where these documents are stored. All right. So if I click inside here, you'll see that this parts request September spreadsheet that I just shared has now been uploaded into this folder, and you'll notice that it is now been shared with Megan. All right. So if the file isn't in your OneDrive for Business and you share it, it gets uploaded into this Microsoft Teams chat files location. All right. So that's how OneDrive for Business handles the files in a one-to-one chat scenario. Now, a similar process happens if we want to have a group chat. All right. So if I now start a group chat with Megan, and let's go with Nesta as well, and let's do the same thing. Can you please review this file? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload a file first. All right. So I'll upload another file from my computer, and let's share that with the two of these users, and let's post that. Okay. So again, now if I bring Megan's Teams across, you can see that we've now started a new group chat. There's the document. If I drag Nesta's over as well, we've now got a new group chat here, and he's got the same file. Okay. Now, in Alex's OneDrive for Business, let's take a look at where that lives, that file that we've just sent. So you can see here, again, inside the Microsoft Teams chat files, there's the PowerPoint presentation. And let's just have a look at the access for that. You can see now that Megan and Nesta have now been granted edit access to that particular file. All right. So again, OneDrive for Business, super important in your Microsoft Teams scenarios when we're having those one-to-one chats or those group chats. It plays a really important role in the background, allows those documents to be shared and the correct access to be applied to those files so that the other users can collaborate on those files if required. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope that brings you some value, and stay tuned for the next episode.